Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today we're back with another video. What we're going to be discussing today is the alleged, yes, I have to use that word, alleged backdooring of the Travis Scott team, because apparently there's been a lot of discussion on this on Twitter recently, right? Twitter's been calling it true. Twitter's been calling it fact. Obviously, you know, with Twitter, you got to kind of, check everything twice because, Twitter says the world's going to end every day, and then tomorrow, it ends up being good. So it's just kind of like, Twitter's to take with a grain of salt, right? You got to kind of look into it. But regardless, there still is some good stuff being said. I'm going to get into it. I do think some of it could be true. And we'll discuss it, Is the Travis Scott team backdooring? I think there's a huge possibility here. I think, a lot of the stuff looks like it because, again, the I'm on your team, which got caught backdooring. Remember, there was like over $1 million cash in a closet, stuff like that. A lot of, similarities to their online raffles originally. It's looking very similar on the Travis Scott team side as well to that, right? And these guys got caught over here, and these guys are moving very similar to these guys. So it's just like, it isn't looking good for them. But if you want more content like this, just feel free to subscribe and like down below. I'm going to keep it as simple as that. Let's just try and hit, let's say like 201 likes on this video. I'm going to keep it random. Hopefully I make that little edit there. If I don't edit it, you might see it say like 200 on the screen. But it's not a big deal. You guys can also check me out. My IG's down below. I'm always buying, selling, trading. Got a post coming here today. And I think we hit 11K last night. So let me refresh this real quick. Hopefully it doesn't stop the screen record. We did. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Again, means a lot. I'm going to keep grinding it out here. We got some more content on the way. And don't forget, if you guys like some deals, check me out my page here. I got something really cool on the way coming here. If you guys like getting sneakers for less, cheaper prices, I got a big thing on the way here. Gonna make sure everybody gets stuff on the market. So don't miss out on that. Just follow this page. Stay tuned for details, and let's get started. So the main sneaker that people are accusing the Travis Scott team of backdooring, aside from the recent Jumpman Jack University Reds, just because there was no online, raffle wins, some people weren't able to check out in their dubs. We'll get into that in a second. But this is the one that people are accusing the Travis Scott team of backdooring, right? Now, one thing I want you guys to understand directly about backdooring right off the bat, and I feel like most of you guys are smart enough to understand this, when it comes to backdoors, the money doesn't always go back to the person whose shoe it is, right? Now, that'd be like saying every time a sneaker gets backdoored, you'd be like, oh, dang, MJ's getting loaded off this play. It's like, you know what I mean? No, MJ is not in on every backdoor. I doubt Michael Jordan even really knows what a backdoor is. You know what I mean? It's just like stuff like that. Like, people think all the money always goes back directly to, whoever the person's sneaker it is. And people are thinking that for this shoe. Like Travis Scott sneakers, they think every time the sneaker gets backdoored, the money for it is going directly to Travis. No, he gets a royalty fee, right? Every time, one is sold. Same with Michael Jordan for, Jordans. So, he's going to get his cut on these right here. But it's like, the backdoor money, the money in it doesn't always go back to the person whose shoe it is. That's one main thing I want to describe off the bat. I guess you could describe that as maybe a defense for the team, whatever you want to say. But that's one main thing to even just understand about backdoors directly. It does not always go back to the person whose shoe it is. So hopefully that's understood. Now, as you guys can see, canary yellow prices have been dropping a decent amount. Why is this? Now, I think the main reason this is because, again, the back door is open right now. There's some people with pairs in advance. I mean, you got full size run listed on StockX right now. And this is probably from this person right here. As you guys can see, someone is in the loop. You know what I mean? So there is a back door open somewhere because these are OG all pairs with everything. Brand new Travis, hundreds of pairs because obviously this is like a warehouse full of them. But clearly, when you look at something like this, this is just someone that has a connection, you know what I mean? This isn't someone that like directly knows Travis. It doesn't mean it's like, is the team. But it would be, a team member, right? Someone like that would probably make the mistake to post something like this online. You know what I mean? That's exactly what happened with the I'm on a year team. People were just flexing too hard online, posting up, and they got noticed. You know what I mean? Their phone calls are getting traced. People were able to pick it up, or the feds were able to pick it up. And that'll end up being the same situation here if they are backdooring, because obviously posting stuff like this is not going to help because, they are going to track who originally posted this photo, and then they're going to find out who it is. I've even been looking, you know what I mean? I've been looking for who posted this photo. I've gotten pretty close, I think. If I do find who posted it, I'm not going to reveal it, right? But, it kind of, comes down to like, who is behind this, you know what I mean? And it could be a team member. It really could be anybody, though. That's one of the main things I want to just kind of get down to you guys in this video. It's just whoever has the shipping boxes, you know what I mean? Whoever got them, and then whoever relocated them to where they were at. That's as simple as that's as simple as it is. Like, this doesn't mean they're a part of the team. It just means they knew where the stock was at. And this could simply just be a photo of somebody in the Nike warehouse. You remember the lost and founds? I'll pop up a picture of that. There was someone with a massive photo of, a bunch of pictures of L&Fs. It doesn't mean that was the backdoor, right? It just means someone was in, at the warehouse at the time. So that's kind of what this photo is. I feel like it's just someone, showing the stocks, showing some of the pairs. Because there is rumored to be 150,000 pairs of these on the way, which is pretty healthy, I want to say. But it doesn't mean these are going to be cheap. It just means they'll be more attainable than usual. However, why don't we get into some of the evidence of the team backdooring, you know what I mean? More of the, alleged stuff that people, are accusing him of. Because this right here isn't like direct proof of the team backdooring, right? This is just somebody with a really big connection, you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean they're connected directly to the team too. Again, they could just know where the stock goes, and then they just might have someone relocating it to them. I mean, that's how a backdoor can start, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it's all going back to Travis. But Travis could totally be in the loop here, and here's where some evidence comes up for that. So, first things first, as you guys can see, this release recently happened, the Jumpman Jack University Reds, and there was a couple errors with this release in particular that were very, very weird. So, first things first, we just didn't see any dubs, or the dubs we saw were for sizes 7.5 and 12.5. I didn't see any dubs for regular sizes, like size 9, 10, 11, 12. I saw none for those sizes, and the ones I did see for 7.5 and 12.5, I only saw one or two people check out on size 7.5. I saw pretty much no checkouts I saw one checkout. One for a 12.5. So there was this rumor recently going around that people were not able to check out on the University Reds, when if they got an invoice on the website. And that was true for most people. Most people were not able to check out, but there still was a couple of people able to check out there. So I honestly think that was just a technical error on the Travis Scott team. It just must have been some issue where they were sending out too many invoices, or they were sending too many invoices to people, for stock they don't have, right? This was a very limited shoe, and they sent more invoices out than they could, because some people were getting invoices, going to checkout, and were not able to secure their pair, which is crazy. It's if you're within the time frame and you have an invoice, you should be able to check out and get a pair. So it's why were they sending them out if people can't even check out on the invoice? So that was really, really weird. That's definitely something that can be discussed right here, and here's some proof of that, because as you guys can see, this was on Twitter, happened with two people. This guy got an invoice for a size 9, wasn't able to check out in it, so it's why even send him the invoice? This guy got two invoices. He had one for a 12.5 and I think a different size. And he couldn't check out. So very consistent issue, very weird that people were doing that. Honestly think it was an issue with the site, but it does show you that, where did the stock go then? If you don't have it for the people and you're sending them invoices, where did the stock for those pairs go? And they ended up just telling these guys that took L's, right, and weren't able to check out their invoices, they ended up just telling them, sorry, this was a very limited release, stay tuned for the next one. They didn't even give him any form of compensation. So Travis Scott support team is moving weird. That has to be a heck of a job dealing with people. Travis Scott support team, that would not be fun, because there's a lot of angry people with the Travis Scott team right now. So hopefully that's understandable. But looking at these this information right here. So I just want to say, this isn't proven to be true. The contract between GOAT and the Travis Scott team / Alias, that there's no proof of that contract. So this is where you have to kind of double check on Twitter, you know what I mean? Or it's that would be nice to the story, and that would add a lot of evidence to what is going on with some of these sneaker prices, right? But yeah, they don't have a direct connection with the Travis Scott team. I mean, I know it definitely looks like that, because GOAT Black Friday is always having some Travis Scott shoes, but there's no direct proof of that. But does it probably exist? And somehow they're getting a bunch of shoes, so it's probably true. You know what I mean? I'll leave that point. It's nice to the story. It definitely falls in line, but we don't have that contract out anywhere. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to see that, but to see how it looks, you know what I mean? How it works, right? Where all these sneakers are going. That would probably be where some of the University Red dubs went. And GOAT's already promoting the Canary Yellows, so it's how are y'all already promoting this shoe, having a bunch of pairs ready to sell? It's you know what I mean? They definitely have some sort of in. So I agree with it a little bit, right? This little this little theory here, I think it's true, but it's we don't got proof of that. So you got to be careful with what you're saying, because they can just come for your name just for saying something that might be true, but it's you don't have proof of it. So got to be careful there. But looking at all these raffles, here are some of the past information that we had. Now with the Travis Fragment highs, there was a release, right? It wasn't on the Travis Scott website, or I'm trying to remember this, because I was there for this release. I do remember there was a release on the Trophy Room website. I know that's not like a good way to get it manually, but there was a couple, you know, general retailer raffles out there for the Travis Scott Fragment High. So people were able to cop it, but it was very, very hard. You pretty much had to know somebody working at one of those locations, or you just had to be rich. You know what I mean? You basically had to be ready to pay $4K. So yeah, that was back at like the peak of some stuff, like the Travis Scott like hype and resale. So that's what I can say. Again, mainly a lot of accusations. Also, this was recent. You know, the Travis Scott team having a breakdown, like in the Discord, not able to figure out their issues, like, you know, not knowing what the drop times are, like not coordinating with each other. Crazy. Don't know why they ain't doing that. But yeah, as you guys can see, like, look, here are people posting like their Fragment Highs dub. Like, these did drop on the Travis Scott site. Like, it is possible to hit in the Travis site. Like, people do hit manually. I don't think they're backdooring a lot of their stock. I think they're like, they just have a very, very popular shoe, but all the evidence is like lining up to like, hey, they're probably doing something suspicious. You know what I mean? Because like, people do hit, like a couple people here and there, and that's what Amamanier was doing back then, right? Like a couple people were hitting here and there, but a wide majority of people, you know, were upset because they weren't getting pairs, or there was people that were getting invoices, stuff like that, and weren't even able to like check out on it. So it's kind of like, and also for me the other day, like kind of weird, like, you know, for on the Jumpman Jack highs, this might be another like interesting piece of evidence to add to like, you know, this whole thing. On the Jumpman Jack highs, you know how they normally only give you like an hour to check on your invoice? I was like 30 minutes late, something like that, 30, 45 minutes late, and I was still able to check on my invoice and get my pair. So it's very weird that people weren't able to get their pair with the University Reds, considering they were within the time frame. So if anything would be evidence of backdooring, that would be it right there. I was able to check out late in my invoice and secure my Jumpman Jacks, and some people were there on time and were not able to secure their pairs. So, I mean, hey, that's not helpful to, you know, their case. But yeah, very weird. It's just like, if you don't have the pairs, don't even send the invoice out. You know what I mean? So they're moving weird. I don't understand why they're doing this, because like they're just gonna get caught up if they end up being too obvious. And now Twitter's calling them out, and like, they got people, you know, posting it. Like, if this is, you know, someone in on the backdoor supposed to like sell pairs for them and get the money back to Trav and the team. Like, let's say that's how connected like this is. Like, let's say this isn't just somebody relocating the pairs and keeping the money for themselves. Let's say this is somebody that is actually connected with the Travis team. They're sending them pairs, and he's supposed to sell those pairs for him and get the money back to them. They're going to be pissed about him posting this. You should not be posting this, because this is going to go viral. I mean, look, this has 180,000 views. Oh, yeah. He's fried, dude. Yeah, they're pissed. So that's what I will say. If you have a connection like that, do not, and I repeat, I love you, do not do that, all right? Just like, don't do it, all right? Or you better have a private-ass Instagram and not let anybody in. But that's what I'll leave it at. Do not be doing that, because the word will get out, and your connect will get, you know, blown off. So that's what I'll leave it at. But if y'all want more content like this, feel free to check out my Instagrams. Don't forget, got some great deals coming here. A little like group type thing coming soon. Not like a cook group, but if you like sourcing sneakers, like getting sneakers, tons of things like under market price, and then, you know, flipping them alias, whatever it is, selling them local. That's what this will be for. So make sure you guys don't miss out on that. I'm really excited to bring you guys that this summer. And check me out here, man. Early pairs, regular content, whatever y'all are into, I'm posting that here too. So basically, if you stay tuned here on the YouTube, it'd be great if you follow here as well, because I'm always buying, selling, trading. If you want to check out the story, or again, see some of the stuff I'm posting up, you can see some of the recent stuff we got here. So yeah, that's it. I don't got too much more to say. I'm going to end the screen recording. Let me know what y'all think about this, because I think some of the evidence definitely points to them backdooring, but none of it directly connects to them. But they're moving very similar to some guys that got caught, as I was saying at the start of the video. So they got to be careful. Hopefully we don't see something coming out about the Travis Scott team hiding like $2.5 million cash or something like that in like a closet. That would then they really are out of here 2.0. But I don't know. We can't say that yet. I'm gonna chill. So yeah, let me know what y'all think down below. That's it. I will catch y'all in the next video tomorrow. Don't miss out on that. See you guys then. Peace.